Yo, it's Trent. Hope everyone's having a good day, good week so far. And we got finding a lost LSD tab in the grass while tripping story time. And that's a wild title, but let me break it down for you a little bit. This is just a crackhead story. It really is. I mean, I've had worse ones, like my second story ever, but dude, this is like top three. I don't want to say worst stories, but definitely ashamed of it. But you know what? For anyone out there, right, if you've ever taken acid or LSD, then you know this story, right? It's crackheadish, but it's an amazing accomplishment while tripping, right? Just wait and see. So, just like any other time tripping, right, besides like two times, but I only took acid or LSD, right, during one summer of my life when I was like 17, 16 or 17, right? Besides that, never did it again, but we did it a lot, right? And we 90% of the time did the same thing every time. So we'd go to this kid's house, right, at like 9, 10 p.m. We'd drop one or two, sometimes like two and a half, but never three. At the most I went is two and a half, right? So we drop 1 to 2 tabs, maybe a little more, right? Around midnight, around 12 midnight. So then, it kicks in by like sometimes it would be 12:45, sometimes it would be 1, sometimes it'd be 1:30, and a couple times it took 2.5 hours to kick in, right? So all the way to 2:30 a.m. And like it lasts 12 hours, but really it lasts like 9 to 10 hours. And then those last 2 hours and the rest of the day, just until you sleep, really, you just feel kind of like wonky, right? Like you just don't feel right. Uh, it's like I'm trying to think. When you very first start smoking weed, you get the second day giggles or whatever it's called, right? That's how it kind of is with acid. I mean, you don't feel good though, because you just used up a lot of I forgot what it's called, but you used up a lot of happy juice, right? But not as bad as if you did like some other things like ecstasy or Molly or something. But anyways, let me get back to the story. So we would stay up all night, and then I'd get picked up in the morning, right? But we'd usually stay up, like I said, all night, right? So it'd be like 6 or 7 a.m. and I'd be asking for a ride. Sometimes people wouldn't be awake, so I'd have to walk home, right? The thing is, it's a long walk home. I don't know how long exactly, but it's probably around like 2, 3 miles, right? So it's just around like a 40-minute, almost an hour walk, right? But when it's the morning and you're not feeling too good and you're still having like not visuals, but everything's extra colorful and you just feel dirty, right? You just feel like someone took grease basically and just wiped it on your face, like wiped your hair. That's how you feel, right? At least how I did after tripping. So I'm walking home on this bike path, and so I'm still tripping, right? I'm not tripping too hard, but I'm still like if I stare at the grass or I stare at a tree, I'll see little movements, right? But nothing crazy, nothing like when I was peaking a couple hours before this. So I'm walking on this bike path, and I still had a tab with me, right? Because I bought one from the kid the night before that I didn't know if I was going to take or not. So I was like, okay, I might as well save it. And this is back when they had the orange gel tabs, right? So they were square and they're orange and like, I don't want to say squishy, but I mean, when I think about it, it would go on your tongue and it felt like just the tiniest piece of rubber, no taste or anything. And then, yeah, it would just disappear. So anyways, I never even tried a paper tab. I never even tried one. But anyways, I get back into my neighborhood, okay? And I don't know why I was doing this. I should have kept it in a bag or something, but I didn't have a bag. So the whole time I'm walking, I just kept switching the orange gel tab from one fingertip to the other, right? Because I knew that like there'd been stories of people putting it on their skin and it sweats into them and they start tripping without knowing. I knew I was still tripping a little bit. So like even if I took it, it wouldn't do much, but I didn't want to risk anything. So I didn't have a bag. I just kept flipping it from finger to finger to finger to finger, right? Well, the last time I looked at it is when I walked into my neighborhood. Then I walk through my front yard, right? And I go up to my room. When I get up to my room, I realize I don't have the tab. Now, this was a huge deal to me, not because I needed the acid, like I needed to trip, right? But because I have dogs, I have a little sister, like these are things that are not good, right? Because I lost it, and it's like, man, if the dog somehow licks it, or like you know, my sister steps on it or any family member, right? That'd be horrible because I didn't know I dropped it in the yard. I thought I dropped it in the house somewhere. So I'm still tripping. I'm searching the entire house, right? Retracing my steps like crazy, looking everywhere for it, right? So after like an hour of searching in the house, I'm like, okay, I'm really hoping that the dog didn't already get it or something. I really hope it's outside, right? Like maybe it's in the yard when I was walking in, right? So I start searching, but it's summer. It's the middle of the summer. It's hot. It's like 9 a.m. now, and I'm searching through the grass. And like I said, I'm not having any crazy visuals, but I still, like, I hadn't slept yet. And we'd taken it probably, what, like 9 hours before that. So, you know, I mean, technically I still had like 3 hours left in the trip, but to me it felt over with, but I still could see things, right? So I'm staring at the super bright green grass. The sun's beating on me, right? I can feel the heat on the back of my neck. I'm looking in the grass for any little speck that's not green, right? Because the grass was so green because I was tripping. I was like, you just have to find one little orange square, right? And I searched the entire yard and couldn't find anything, right? And I was just about to go back inside, right? But there's this little patch of grass that's right next to the sidewalk, and I was like, let me just take one look over here first, and then I'll go inside. If I can't find it, I'll give up. But I felt real bad about it because, like I said, I really thought it was inside, so I did not want anyone to accidentally, you know, not take it, but step on it or like the dog lick it. Like I was so nervous about that, right? So I'm taking one last look. I'm on my knees. I'm tripping out. I'm like going like that while I'm looking, trying to keep my vision straight, and it's sticking up on a blade of grass, dude. I look so tightly, and just sticking up on the blade of grass like a little diamond is the orange tab, the little square tab. I'm like, no way, dude. And I picked it up and I looked at it, and I put it on the other finger because I still didn't even believe it was real. I thought I was like messing with myself, like I picked up a ladybug or something. And I'm really looking at it, and I'm like, oh my god, I found it, dude. Like, I found it. And that is that's literally finding a needle in a haystack right there. Like, how in the hell, while you're tripping, do you find a tiny, tiny little tab? Like, this is literally, this is the size it was, okay? But without the diameter. Like, see how this is like a cover, like a cap to something? It was like this, dude, but just the surface area of it, and it was orange. So the fact I found that, like, I'm not saying obviously you shouldn't do the things that I was doing in this story, and I don't do them anymore. I don't condone those things, right? But for someone that used to do it, like, that is still an amazing feat. Like, how do you find that? How do you find that? I don't know, but I'm not gonna keep talking about it like it's the greatest thing I've ever done, but it is. It's something, right? That's why I'm telling the story. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you want access to special videos, special shorts, early access to videos, live stream access, and polls, special polls, you can become a member today. Just press join. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you ever need anything, if you comment, I'll do my best to answer. Or you're going through something and you need someone to talk to for real. My Instagram is the same name as my YouTube, Fitz6999. Fitz699. You can go in there and DM me, or if there's a link on the YouTube page for my Instagram, you can click on that, DM me, and I'll get back to you within a day or two. But thanks for watching. Be safe. Don't do the things I did, and peace out.